Apparently, botheredness and bothered. I mean, apparently being unbothered bothers people. Why do unbothered people bother people? Well, that's a very good question. First of all, let me know if you guys prefer me to use a mic. I would go get my mic, but I'm too comfortable now, so we'll replay this video back and see how it is without the mic. If it's good, we'll continue this way. If it sounds better with a mic, fine, I'll get the mic for next video. Rachel, how do you remain so unbothered? Why are you so unbothered? Why doesn't anything bother you? You want to know why nothing bothers me? Because I literally do not care. And not that I don't care, like I'm mean. I think the number one, first of all, to not be unbothered, you have to control your emotions, your space, yourself, basically. And that's what I mean by I don't care. If something's not affecting me directly, if you're like, I've identified the things that are important to me. Like my family's important to me, my friends are important to me, my money's important to me, my career is important to me, my mental health and myself is important to me. So as long as you're not doing anything to harm those things, what you have going on, it literally has nothing to do with me. I don't care. Like for the most part, I mind my own business. And that's another thing that nobody talks to you about. Being unbothered means minding your fucking business. A lot of you struggle with that one. Tip 2, focus inward. Again, this goes back to minding your own business. When you're focusing on yourself, your glow up, your level up journey, things you're doing to improve yourself, you're not gonna have time to worry about what other people are doing. You're gonna be unbothered. You're unbothered by what other people are doing because you're so invested in yourself and your evolution, your growth, and your whatever it is you're working on, that you don't even have time to worry about what the other person's doing. So for me, that's like reading, journaling, going for walks, exercising, spending quality time with my friends, especially. I love girls' night. I love going out for brunch with my friends. I don't know, it just makes me feel like I'm like in Sex and the City or Girlfriends or something, and I just feel like I'm in a TV show just living my best life. Tip 3 on how to be unbothered. This one might be difficult for the what do you call it, ex people pleasers, but is setting boundaries. You got to set those boundaries. Setting boundaries, it's like that's a non-negotiable. And I know it's like hard to be like say no sometimes, especially if you're like you are a yes person or you're a people pleaser, or you're retired or a former people pleaser. It can be difficult, but like setting those boundaries is so good for your own well-being, and you kind of like set the tone of how you want people to treat you, or even before you speak. Like if you are constantly setting those boundaries, even before you speak, people will just look at you. It'll get to a point where people just look at you and can tell you're not the one or two. Like they know not to even approach you on some bullshit because they know you're strict, you stand 10 toes down on your boundaries, and you're just not the one or two. So I would say another way to be unbothered is to set firm boundaries, because when you have those boundaries and they're in place, it actually starts to like be a type of energy that you omit through the hemisphere. I don't know. It's that energy you give off. I think we're on tip 4. Tip 4 on how to be unbothered. Bro, sometimes you just gotta shrug your shoulders at shit and be like, okay, fuck it. Like life happens. It is what it is. Like there's just certain things you have to make peace with the fact that there's certain things you just cannot control. And sometimes you just gotta shrug your shoulders and be like, oh well, it's in God's hands. But I think perspective is everything. And having understanding that life is gonna happen to you. Life happens to everybody. And you can't always control it. I think for me, especially growing up when I was younger, I went to control everything, especially like my future for whatever reason. Like when I was 17, I was just like, I'm gonna go to school and be this and it's gonna plan out this way. And it's just like, it actually did not plan out that way. Like I'm in my 30s and I low-key have to like reset and start all over again. And it is what and I've just gone to a point where I'm just like, yo, fuck it. It is what it is. I have to reset. I have to start all over again. is going to be for the better. Now I'm in my 30s. I know better. I know what to do, what to not do. That's the way it goes, you know? So sometimes I just feel like you just got to let life happen. Life is not like a linear path. I feel like it's like scraggly. It's like squiggly. And you just got to flow with the waves, you know, and just go with the flow. Let everything happen. Everything is going to happen in your favor. God is going to let things play out the way he intended it for your own good. And sometimes you just gotta, if some shit happens, sometimes you just gotta shrug your shoulders. Like, do this. Like, literally, I want everybody to do this. Like, sit up straight and do this. You don't, like, car broke down, got fired from your job, you're gonna be late to work or a meeting. Let the shit happen. It is what it is. Like, you know, if you can control it, great. But if you can't, bro, there's no point in stressing. And tip number 5. Tip number 5. I think the only people who but the only people who you should really care or get under your skin is like your family and friends. Do not allow strangers and random people you don't even know to piss you off. Because there's some immortal human beings walking among us whose sole purpose is to be negative and project whatever fucked up shit they're going through onto you. You need to understand that that is not about you, that is about them. And you also need to understand that if 9 out of 10, you're not going to see this person ever again. So there's no point in like getting so worked up over some random stranger you'll never see again. Even if it's like another person, like maybe it's like a coworker, another person who's not fucking important. You have to deal with them, I know, for the most part, for most of your life, because you spend most of your life at work. But it's just like, if you can be cordial with them, try and be cordial with them. You got to pay your bills, and plus you just want to keep a decent work environment. So try to, you know, be cordial with them to the best of your abilities. But like, yeah, anybody who's not your friend, your family member, or just anyone close to you, don't let them trigger you. And if the people close to you trigger you or upset you, talk it out with them, communicate with them, have a conversation. Again, create boundaries if you have to, and you know, based on how they treat your boundaries, I'll let you know if this person cares about you or not, and you can go from there. But yeah, that's all for today. That's how I stay unbothered. Set your boundaries. Don't sweat the small stuff. Be good to your family and friends, and the only people who you should be engaging with and, you know, really caring about is like your family and friends. If they're not your family and friends, they should not be pissing you off so much. And what else did I say? Perspective, all that stuff. Like, as long as you have those things, like, in my opinion, and these are the things that helped me become unbothered, because like when I was a teenager, again, in my young adult days, I was friggin' on one, and I was always crashing out, and I still crash out just because my crash outs are super fucking entertaining. I'm entertained by them. Other people aren't, but I am. If these tips are helpful to you, let me know in the comments, and we can have a conversation, a very good, engaging, relatable conversation down in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye!